Hey guys, welcome to the rune system overview. Throne and Liberty released this with the spear weapon and it's got some complexities to it, so I'm here to make it easy for you guys. First of all, there are 7 pieces of equipment that you can put runes on. Each equipment can take up to 3 runes, and each rune can be any of 4 types. There's the attack, defense and support, which are commonly found, and then there's the chaos runes, which we haven't seen yet. Each rune has 3 attributes: the actual trait it adds, the level of the rune, and the rarity. The rarity of the rune impacts the synergy it will contribute to. The level of the rune scales the actual trait, and the trait displays what stats it will add. The best way to get runes is from the dimensional trials, where every successful run will reward you with a rune chest that can give you a random amount of runes. The higher the tier of this trial, the better quality of runes you will get. You can also get seasonal rewards from doing trials. There are other ways of getting runes, such as the dynamic events, guild bosses, and weekly mission rewards, but they're not exactly farmable or doesn't give a good quantity, so grinding dimensional trials is the best way. The rune leveling system is a bit strange, so every time you receive a new rune, if you already have that type, there's a chance you will raise the level of it. So as you keep farming, you will also be raising the level of your runes. Once you have a lot of runes, with the cap being 100, you will need to start dissolving them to get rune fragments. So the lower rarity runes can be dissolved, and then you can build these rune boxes with the fragments to get new higher rarity runes. This is the built-in recycle process that can also help you build up your collection. So aside from the stat that comes with the rune itself, there is also what's known as rune synergies, where if you place 3 runes in a particular order, it will give you an additional stat or 2. Each rarity is basically a duplicate of each other, but with higher numbers. The thing here is, depending on your build, maybe only 1 or 2 of them will be interesting to you. So in terms of making a build with the runes, the highest priority should be getting the extra stats that complements your build. For example, if you've been struggling to get 60 perception for the extra hit chance, or 70 strength for the additional HP and defense, this is a great way to do it. The second priority should be to look at the rune synergy to find one that will actually help your build. For example, as a tank, I will go for the max HP and damage reduction. Unfortunately, not all of the rune synergies will be that useful, so you may end up having to choose something that only kind of helps. For example here, I don't really build dex on my tank, but I would like the max HP or the crit damage reduction, so I'll have to pick one of those. In order to put the rune in the socket, first you need to open the socket by paying a certain amount of gold. You need to choose the type of socket that is, so it follows the sequence of synergy that you've decided on. You can replace the rune in it as long as the same type, and you can also change the socket type later on by paying the cost again. Runes have different traits on them, so the higher priority should be given to filling out the synergy you like than the individual rune trait. So even if it's something that's not completely useful to you, but you don't have another of the same type, put that in, get the synergy first, and then you can work on replacing it or upgrading it later. There has been some discussion around if you can get a lot of the runes of the trait that you like, what if you just ignore the synergy and just focus on building that stat? That will probably only work for glass cannon builds. For example, if you're going for a build that is dedicated to bombing in large scale PvP, so you only stack hit chance and damage, and you have already hit all the stat requirements you need, that may work out for you, but mathematically for most scenarios, it's more efficient to go for the synergy instead. The other thing worth mentioning is the grade of synergy will take the lowest rarity of the rune. So if you have 2 greens and 1 white, the synergy will only be the lower tier. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. More Throne and Liberty content in my channel. Any questions or feedback, please leave a comment.